Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is ArcticWolve98 here, and we're going to be continuing Wasteland 3. I just got finished watching Sing 2 once again, but actually completely this time. Good movie, highly recommend it. But now we're going to get into a bit more seriousness of the game, or at least the good parts. So now we have to wrangle up the kids, the patriarch's kids, Liberty, Victory, and Valor. Valor's gonna probably be the easiest, and Liberty is like endgame. So that's my cat watches who's parking outside. So yeah, I'm gonna try and take the time to edit these things and make sure that I actually have an actual somewhat edited video. I'll probably try to keep it under an hour. I can't promise to keep it under an hour because these games sometimes get addicting. You don't want to hear all of that. I wonder how much health pump she uses. 170, and it's just gonna get like a boost. So that's 15 per level. What 100? That ain't bad. All right.
Please, my son's not a Dorsey. You don't look like marshals. Do you work for the patriarch? Then my boy needs your help. He's going to be executed. And they won't listen when I say he's no killer. Judge Watkins has sentenced my son to die. Austin is all I have left. Everyone else died on the plains. He's a good boy. He never hurt anyone. I'm sure of it. Please, maybe Watkins will listen to you. I don't even know why he was rounded up. He won't tell me. Says he's embarrassed. I know they caught him doing something wrong, but he says he never hurt anyone. If you talk to him, maybe he'll tell you what happened. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger than your mother. I know that much. Please, help my son!
So I'm not gonna go work too hard on the dialogue and learning of the stories. Just like,
we ain't gonna beg for our lives. We ain't weak like you.
Like, you know, so you guys can see the important parts, hear the voice acting for the important parts, but not for any extras. If you guys take the time to buy the game, you can do that on your own, because you have many options and choices you can do. Bless you. The teenage prisoner is gaunt and pale. His hair is tousled and greasy. His face angular with hunger. He stares at the pillories with dread, swallowing occasionally. He sees you staring at him and snaps back into reality.
Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Just got a lot on my mind. Made a real big mistake. See, the Plains gangs chased my mom and me off our land. We lost everything. Heard this was a place of God-fearing people and thought they'd do right by us. People here kept us out in the cold, letting us starve to death while they sat inside, warm and fed. Then the Dorseys came and gave me some food and some kindness and asked me to do some vandalism. I figured, what was the harm? I never killed no one, but I did bust some windows. Marshals caught me doing it, and they said I was working with the Dorseys. Magistrate agreed, so here I am. Mom would have talked me out of it. I should have talked to her first. We were starving. No two ways about it. We were going to die. Dorsey's gave us food. I figured a few windows was a worthwhile trade for the bread and meat that saved our lives. I thought it was too harsh, but what happens if I speak up now? Will they come after my mom? I can't take the chance. No, I was never no desperado. Don't rightly know why I let myself get caught up in this. But if I'm to die, I'd at least like to do that right. Gonna do that like a man. Magistrate tells me it's death. They're gonna strip me down and tie me to those things. And they're gonna let the cold do its work. I wonder if it'll hurt.
Wish I could tell you it won't, kid. But that'd be a lie.
Magistrate's a hard man. I wish I could believe it'd work. I'd do anything for someone who could get me free without hurting anybody in the process. Guess I don't have any money to give you, but I'd pay you back in hard work, if you'll have me. I'm used to hard work around the homestead, and I ain't too bad with a gun either. My folks made sure I could hunt and fight. I always dreamed of coming to the big city and being a newspaper man. You know, interviewing people, telling the truth about how things really are. Sure didn't turn out like I hoped. Nice talking to you.
Alright, kid, let me get you free. I think Bond has it, right? Yeah, he does. Okay.
No regret.
The dour man looks at the pillories with an expression of grim satisfaction. His sallow skin pulls tight over his face, and his thin lips press together in a hard line.
Howdy, Judge. How's your heart? Still colder than a well-digger's ass?
Marshal Quan, impertinent as ever, I see. Rangers, I am Magistrate Silas Watkins. I have heard of your arrival, partly from the confessions of the Dorsey Raiders. You'll be pleased to know that I sentenced them to death for their part in the attack on the city and your convoy. His crimes are still severe. He was part of the Dorsey uprising. He caused significant property damage. His actions diverted marshals from responding to reports of attacks, magnifying the harm the Dorseys were able to inflict. Argue a case, and I might show lenience. I am not certain you truly understand the Patriarch's justice, but your words ring true. Perhaps death is too severe a punishment.
He thinks a moment, tapping his lips.
This is irregular, but it is within my powers to grant you full custody of Austin Peace. Any further infractions he may commit are the Ranger's responsibility. I would recommend keeping him out of trouble. You should inform the boy. Best he hears the good news from you.
Still here. Not looking forward to what comes next. What? Are you serious? You really saved my life and I get to be a ranger? Soon as they let me free, I'm going straight to your headquarters. I'll do whatever you need me to do. Clean guns, scrub toilets, you name it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have mercy on your soul, Colorado! You Rangers are heroes. I'm gonna tell everyone what you did for my son. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll have our revenge. Murderers! You ain't seen the last of us.
He has a very high-leveled weapon.
If it's too dangerous for you, Marshals, maybe I should go in there myself. Sheriff Daisy! Sheriff! Miss, please. I've had enough of this. Why won't you people do anything?
Alright, so all I have to hope is that the game doesn't bug out. Because it has a high chance of doing it. I've probably had 2 genuine playthroughs, and my second playthrough bugged out. 5. That's not bad.
Bullshit me this time, Dorsey. How'd you get into the city? Fucking Highlander! Done told you them gates were left open!
Deputy, how long is the sheriff going to be busy?
Don't know, goddammit, I told you! What were you supposed to do when you got inside? Grab them Hunter family assholes for hostages. Many as we could. Especially that Percy Weston and his kin. Neely just wanted them bad. Then hit the palace. Kill the patriarch. Is that it? Swear to God, and the deluge of blood. That's all I know. I bet we can help you recollect a little more. I told you what I know. Don't.
Poor lad.
Miss Wesson, could you... I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Are you the Rangers?
Thanks, Torres.
Anytime, Marshal Quan. Don't blink. Thanks. If you've got any feedback, be sure to fill out a form.
Ah, Marshals. Finally. I was beginning to think... Hold on now. You aren't marshals. You look like ruffians. Are you here to see the sheriff? Well, I'm first. I've been waiting here on tenterhooks for an hour. I'm sorry. I was raised better than that. It's just... I am under considerable duress. My family has been kidnapped by those no-good Dorseys, and the marshals will give me no answers about their situation. They won't even speak to me. I must know how the sheriff intends to rescue them. And when. Well, you look capable enough, but I don't know you from Adam. Why, you might be robbers or bandits. No. Thanks all the same, but I think I'll continue to wait on the proper authorities. Sheriff Daisy, I will not leave until you speak to me.
I think there's like something else I could loot over here, but I don't remember where. Okay. The sheriff is Staskew. I'm really not sure if I pronounced it right. Woman with gray and blonde hair and steel in her smile.
Well, now you must be the Rangers. I'm the sheriff around here, but you can call me Daisy. Old Saul tells me you're a bunch of badasses, and I ain't one to turn away a badass, especially at a time like this. I reckon you already heard all about the Dorsey raid, so I won't bore you with the details. Suffice it to say, we whooped 'em good, and the survivors are holed up in the Garden of the Gods with a bunch of hostages. Thing is, I lost a lot of marshals. My boys and girls are tired and beat up. You want to make some fast friends around here? You could go into the garden and speak to those Dorseys for us. Maybe find out how the hell they got into the city in the first place.
And by speak, you mean shoot the everlasting shit out of them and save those hostages, right, boss?
Quan, I hear you're some fancy liaison now. Old Saul taking my people without even asking? How dare he? Anyway, yes, you rascal. That's exactly what I mean. But question him first, you hear?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
That girl, you think I ain't heard her yapping? But I got a couple of 50 other people yapping at me, too. Tell you what, though. Her people are 100 family folks from the fancy side of town, so they got some pull. You can do me a big favor and kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you take little Miss Wesson with you when you go to save them. In fact, I'm gonna insist on it. I need that girl out of my hair. I'll let Lipinski know you're bringing her along. He won't let you into the garden without her. Don't worry. She knows which end of the gun the bullets come out of. Go in there and kick some ass, Rangers.
So 100 families,
I'm not sure why the sheriff didn't assign me marshals, but, well, beggars can't be choosers. I am the Miss Wesson she spoke of. Lucia Wesson, daughter of Percival Wesson and Maria Reyes of the 100 Families.
the mother kept the last name.
As Sheriff Daisy told you, they and some of our neighbors were taken hostage by the Dorseys, and I mean to free them. All of them. So, I am ready when you are. Certainly. My father taught me to shoot almost before I could walk, and I'm the best shot in the city.
Oh, it's true. She's a prodigy, all right. Also a pain in the ass.
I know very little about you, strangers. And even if I trusted you as I would a friend, it is still my family who the Dorseys threaten. I must go. At last.
I don't mind giving Miss Weston the revolver because her revolver's not that bad. 35 to 43, but 38 to 47 is a lot better. Yeah, plus she has some pretty good stats. Like if you look at her skills, small arms, weapon modding, bartering, and survival. Now we can respec her so she doesn't have both of these. Even though survival would be great out in the waste, it's not the favorite I like to go with. I never really took a good look at her, so probably the first time I noticed that she had pigtails. Instead, I will keep her with weapon modding, but also give her armor modding as well. It's best to have one person with both of those, and I could just keep it up at I might need it at 10. Well, armor modding I'll need at 10. I don't need weapon modding at 10. But that's for later.
We ain't gonna pay for our lives. We ain't
Extra,
weak
extra!
like you.
Cowardly attack on Colorado Springs! Dozens killed by Dorsey
Wrong way.
thugs! Families taken hostage!
Martha, why else would I even keep a shotgun around if I don't use it?
Garden of the Gods is just north of Market Square.
Consarn it! You Dorsey peckerheads, get on out of there!
The old man is shouting into the nearby shop and waving a shotgun around.
Hush up now, Josiah. You can't go in there alone. They'll kill you.
You think I can't handle myself? I've put down worse than these in my time.
Since when? You've been a shopkeeper all your life.
When she notices you, an expression of relief crosses her face.
Will you help me talk some sense into this old fool? If he goes after those Dorseys, he'll get himself killed.
Some of those Dorsey bastards are hiding out in my shop. My shop! Finest clothing store in the whole dang town. So I'm going in after them. They're too busy. Besides, a man should be able to protect his own shop.
Thank you. Keep an old man from killing himself, will you?
Killing myself? Can't you pretend to have some faith in me, Martha? Especially in front of these soldier types?
He shakes his head, then turns to you.
You do this, you'll get a nice discount at the shop. Assuming I still have a shop by the time it's all over. Well, go on then.
So we can talk these
Shit, Hotlanders! We thought you was all dead. Back off!
honestly I kinda don't feel like fighting him. Because we're about to get into like 2, 3, 4 fights.
I
If I can
done
do this within a
told
timely
you!
manner.
Don't come any closer! Nah, you're right. We're gone. Huh, nice get up.
Phew, boy. Thanks again for taking care of those Dorseys. We'll clean up the old store and make it good as new. Pretty soon we'll be selling suits, pants, hats, and all the rest. Finest garments in town. And here, a little token of our appreciation. Come on back after we reopen the shop.
Looks like a pretty nice site. And another burnt book.
This here's Market Square. The Arapahoe Garage is just outside the city gates. My old friend Doc Parker set up a clinic there. Parker's the best doctor in town. Be a hell of an asset if we can persuade him to join the Rangers. Careful, though. The doc is prickly at the best of times. And these are not the best of times.
That's not going to hold. Ah, hello there. The name's Theodoric Curie. Theo, for friends. I need to work on these gate hydraulics, but I always have time to answer some questions. I am the humble son of scientists. My mother and father were on a mission to pursue the possibility of cold fusion. Imagine nuclear reactions at room temperatures making it safe for everyone. Sadly, they are gone, and my efforts to follow their work has been stymied by immediate dangers. Perhaps one day, I'll have the time to devote to such a monumental achievement again. It's simply your standard concrete barrier with Tesla-styled electrical deterrence. Not an absolute marvel of what could be done, but sufficient for the task of keeping out enemies. If we had oil to power the generators, you'd see the glorious effect of thousands of volts of electricity arcing across it, deterring would-be attackers from approaching. Such a pity. Believe me, I understand. Thank you for stopping by, and good luck out there. Back to the wall.
I guess I'm gonna have to pass her.
Jesus, loaves and fishes, Christ! That's a bomb under my stall, ain't it?
Oh, shit, Taiwan. God, it is.
We best stay back.
Alright, Pompeii, disarm that.
God damn it! Where are the marshals?
They've got their hands full licking their wounds. You're gonna be...
Holy mackerel! Better stay back from my stall. Those goddamn Dorseys dropped a landmine under it. Really? That's great news. Here's a little something for you. I'm back in business.
So you can trick her to make her step on the mine.
I heard we had some new arrivals wash on in. Military types, they said. Can't really see the difference between you and the ordinary class of mercs. So much as I'd love to shoot the shit with you tryhards, Sheriff Daisy said to let you go on in. So, go on. Give them Dorseys some hell.
Marshal Lupinski, I expect you to moderate your language in the presence of a young lady.
My apologies, Miss Wesson. I meant no disrespect. Best of luck to you and your companions here. No room for amateurs in this town. You hear? No room.
Hello? Whoever just came up from the city. This is Bellamy Ward. There are Dorseys all over the garden. I'm pinned down on a high ledge. Can you reach me? Oh, thank God. I'll call out if I see you. As long
Alright, I'm gonna do like a quick save because I know there's a chance that the doctor could die, and that chance is really quick.
Hey! Well, where did you come from? You back the hell off, or you're dead! Oh, shit!
Who's in the back? It's Quan and Lucia. Alright. So we're just gonna move Quan up. And I need space for Wesley to actually move. Alright, so it's hard to see the numbers. Because I need just forget about it. What can Pompeii do? She could fire a rocket and get 4 Dorseys in one shot. I think he has a knife. Oh, so this is gonna be easy. Oh. We're gonna have these two ready for an ambush, and we're gonna push Lucia up till here.
Oh, God. Did the Patriarch send you? I'm sorry. I need to warn you. The Dorseys are gathering up ahead between the Gateway Rocks.
Bellamy! Bellamy, look at me. Have you seen my family? Are they here?
Lucia? I thought you were with your family. Oh, thank God you're not. Thank God. They went up ahead with their hostages, but... Lucia, I heard gunfire and screaming. You need to be ready for the worst.
If they've done anything to my people, I'm going to end them all.
Please do. I'll tell whatever I can to help. It's not much, but... God, no, I was stalling for time. If I had a few hours and the right chemicals, though, I could have prepared quite a surprise for them. I think they took everyone to their camp, just past the Gateway Rocks.
What about my family, Belle?
Last I saw them, they were all right. They were scared and a little banged up, but they were still alive. My name is Bellamy Ward. I'm a scientist. I invented the solar collectors and experimental farms on top of the rocks. I was calibrating the solar arrays when the Dorseys came through here, herding their hostages with them. So I hid up here and kept out of sight. They're savages. Animals. They beat those people. Laughed at them when they begged for their lives. The kids were screaming, so they beat them too. Then they dragged them all further on, toward their camp. The PALs, photon amplification lenses. They harness and focus the ambient light. It's fascinating, actually. They polarize the waves and create constructive interference. Normally, they maintain a stable temperature for the plants, but they can be adjusted to help power the solar collectors, or even thaw frozen components. I once coupled a PAL with a dynamic cross-photon matrix. I was trying to cook some bison steaks, but it incinerated the whole fire pit, melted the entire grill. Goes to show what can happen if you put a decimal in the wrong place. A while ago, we found some old, non-functional solar panels from before the deluge of fire. I couldn't figure out their function at first, until I recovered a microcircuitry board and developed a laser spectrography process. I realized that I could help solve some of the electrical generation issues that have always been a problem for the city.
Alright, so part of the audio cut out. I don't know why. I hope it's still recording.
You saved my life. I won't forget it.
I need shells. I need a lot of shells. What was it come with her? Was it coordination? Or was it awareness? I think I'll just go with awareness. Just to get out the way. Now this does have an interesting level up in perk system, but I think one of the best I've ever come across is like Fallout New Vegas. Will I play it? Maybe. I wanted to get the game modded first before I would record and play it, but I just never really got the chance to. I really don't feel like getting my cat now, but he's doing something he knows he shouldn't be. Get out. Get out. Whoa. Okay. Oh. Okay. Almost stepped on the landmine. Yo, can you move? Just a random cat in here.
Right. This is Bellamy Ward, PAL operational test number, 110. I've adjusted the angle of the solar collectors by 3.12 degrees to improve the energy transmission from the photonic amplification lenses. I've also attached a more sensitive voltmeter to the test panel, so I can hopefully get a more accurate reading of the conversion. Checking the voltmeter now. Yes, it's working. Energy storage is 12% above norm. This is better than I hoped. Now, if I can get the storage rate up to 25%, we'll have surplus power running into the batteries each day. For the first time since the deluge of fire, Colorado Springs will have all the electricity it needs. I can't wait to show this to Theo and Megan. They'll be so excited.
Well, let's not get smacked. Oh, I'm buried. Get out of it. Actually, didn't you have? Yeah, you did, and I was a dingling if we got all about it. calm water. You can wait your turn. Alright, I forgot that I wanted to take this off of you. Can this craft something? Just as idle. Oh, you know what it's for? Calm water, I have a gift for thee. And use this. Yeah, we'll try to get him to level up as quickly as possible.
I shot. You all heard those shots. Somebody's gone. Marshals are too gutless to follow us in here. Whoever it is, they got balls.
You can stay there. You can put you like right here. Move Quan right here. And then have Lucia all the way down here. It's actually still right here.
What's in that pit?
Don't worry about it, Weston. It's not important right now.
And I just cleaned my gun.
I need to get a level up to the right place. That'll be 3 turns. I need to get double. Missed. I'm gonna be in a little bit of danger. I never equipped grenades. Huh. Now I could find another rocket down. Wow, you missed your shot. You know what? They have a long way to go. We're just gonna. Oh, you would think they'd go after Lucia too, because I know she has a lot of them.
Burning!
Just gonna back up a bit and go again. Oh, I don't even have enough AP, never mind. I got armor. Okay, got a decent amount of armor. And a frozen heart. I am on fire. I forgot I'm about to die. and I'm bleeding. Do we have a... Yes, we do. Okay, your charisma's up. I'm also gonna actually need you to gain intelligence. I need to get it crawling up as high as I can. Ooh, some really good armor. Okay. And the game is bugging out slightly. The thing I hoped for not to happen, and it's slightly happened. Oh, we can wear this. Sweet. Okay, so everybody at least has a form of armor. And calm water is gaining enough experience as possible. Look at the pit. Look at the pit. My cat's acting very weird. The scent of charred meat and burnt hair wafts from the pit. Smoking bodies, contorted by agony or post-mortem muscle contraction, lie curled atop one another. It's impossible to identify the corpses, but they appear to be both adults and children. Lucia stares at the bodies. Her knuckles are white on the grips of her guns. I thought I was reading that wrong. And her breath comes in little gasps. Gonna leave her alone. With an explosive gasp, she realizes her breath and squares her shoulders. Releases her breath and squares her shoulders. Now I'm reading things wrong.
I don't know if they're here or not. I can't... Come on. Let's find the monsters who did this.
Examine the bodies more closely. Near the edge of a pit, a child-sized corpse appears to be clutching something as if they were protecting it or hiding it.
That was one of the Skylar girls, I think. Seems like we ought to leave her alone. Feels an awful lot like grave robbing.
Lucia turns away, looking like she's going to be sick. Just gonna take the burnt book. Gonna kinda need it. We have this masterpiece, a cyborg chicken, nearly spherical in shape. This plump specimen waddles contentedly along, pecking at the ground. For some reason, someone implanted metal devices into its body. Oh. It pecks the ground once, held tilting this way and that, before it begins bobbing after you. Oh, snap, you leveled up? Why didn't you tell me? What would I give? I think I would rather want awareness. I kind of hate how sometimes it's really tough to use heavy machine guns. I'm not going to really need a lot of animal whispering, so I would rather... Let's catch up big guns. We're going to need it. And I would actually like to have the resistance she has a 50% chance of lighting on fire, having a plus 20 resistance to fire would be grand. The clothes on this young man are impeccably tailored, the height of the local fashion. He holds his hands up and launches into what is obviously a prepared speech.
Demise agreed. On behalf of all of us here, I want to offer our unconditional surrender. As proof of our goodwill, I want to tell you that the culprits got into town with help from Farron Brygo's organization, and...
Isaac, how could you? How could you throw in with these people? How could you let them take my family? Where are my parents and my little brother?
They're in the grave you passed on the way here. They didn't suffer, Lucia. I promise. Baby, look. I didn't mean it to go this way. I tried to stop them. I really did. I begged.
Stop talking right now.
We thought we were in the right. The Dorseys promised that we could take down the Patriarch. They didn't say anything about murdering hostages.
What about all the other people they killed? Or was that part okay with you, Isaac?
It was Emilius Dorsey. He went looking for your family, Lucia. Your family especially. That's why I got you out of your house before the raid. I didn't want anything to happen to you.
You didn't want anything to happen to me? So you let savages abduct and murder my family. You knew what they meant to me. You knew what their loss would do to me.
But you're still alive, Lucia. Don't you see? You're still alive, and that's what matters most to me. He escaped. He took some vehicles and headed west into the mountains. I don't think he was planning to come back. We've been under the Patriarch's boot for 50 years. We say that the 100 families are in charge, but it's really just his family. Just him. I know you must think I'm a fuzzy-headed idealist, but this society's sick. It needs to change. Farron Brygo's gang helped them get into town. I don't know how or why. And I overheard Nelius say something about Liberty Buchanan, the Patriarch's daughter. I think she's going to attack Colorado Springs. It sounded like she's gathering an army out in the plains. Something way worse than the Dorseys.
I have heard enough. If your betrayal of my family was not sufficient, your treachery here most certainly is. In the name of the Patriarch, I sentence you.
Her voice shakes, but her hand does not. You didn't even see her draw her gun.
Please, Lucia. I did this for you. All I ever meant was to help build a better world for you. For all of us. I can't tell you how much I regret. Please don't kill me. Please.
A better way? I can't think of one. Not after what he did to my family. You want to let him walk away from what he's done? I have justice right here in the palm of my hand. I am more than happy to mete it out. I would be delighted to be its instrument.
After a long moment, Lucia lowers her gun and looks away, tears running down her face.
Thank you. Thank you.
His voice is barely a whisper.
Come in, November 1. This is Ranger HQ. We're getting reports of shooting in your last known location at Garden of the Gods. What's your status? Over. They'll be happy to hear that, Team November, as am I. Good job getting those sumbitches. Over and out.
I hope this game doesn't bug out, because I really don't feel like going through the introduction again. Use 7.62. Alright. Fawn, you're sharing ammunition. A lot of crafting components. So one thing I would like to make sure is if you ever change equipment, you want to make sure what you have is better than what you're currently using. You press left on the thumbstick. I'm not sure what to say for keyboard, but it would actually be at the bottom of the screen, as you can see here. If you use a controller, which you can, even on PC, the capacity could be worse. Base hit chance is going to be worse. But the damage is 1 point. Yeah, if I just do that, just to increase, that would be a plus 70 to hit though, against a plus 60, with more penetration. Yeah, I might as well go with my favorite light machine gun. Now, there's gonna be certain types of weapons where I'm not gonna touch till later on in the game, like a pulse rifle. It's not worth it because we do not have enough ammunition. 41 shots is not going to be enough. We're going to travel to Colorado Springs. We're going to go talk to Sheriff Daisy. We're actually going to take another way where we will end up in another fight, because I did say we should have about 4 fights this episode. And we had 3 fights, so this should be fight number 4.
You let Isaac live? After he gave aid and comfort to the enemies of the Patriarch? After he helped them kill my family? You let him live?
Such a very vengeful child.
Why arrest him when you killed all those others? What made him special?
He surrendered. I'm not committing a war crime. He surrendered. He walked up with his hands up. The Dorseys, they attacked. Or if I would actually move on them, they would have attacked.
Maybe you have it right. If I value my own personal feelings above the law, then I'm no better than a vigilante. Very well. I accept your decision to let him live. But the people who are truly responsible, Nelius Dorsey and Liberty Buchanan, I will bring justice to their doors. Will you help me find them? You can count on my guns every step of the way. Of course. Good. You've got yourselves a bargain, Rangers. We should go after Nelius Dorsey first. Isaac said he headed west into the mountains. No doubt he plans to hole up at one of the old resorts from before the bombs fell. I don't think we're ready to face him yet, though. Nelius will be dug in, I expect, and he'll have all his best people with him. He only left behind the expendables in the garden.
I thought she said she was gonna follow orders, not give them.
For now, we should head back to the sheriff.
We're gonna take a shortcut. And also pick up a dog.
This is Corporal Gonzalez at Ranger Command. Who am I speaking with?
This is Rosie Wong at the Sandlux Apartments. The tap water's brown again.
That's not really our department, Ms. Wong. Can I,
Then you go arrest whose department it is. I'm trying to run a business here. My tenants have a right to clean water. You have to get someone here and stop this thumping. Well, it's not so much a thumping as a throbbing. Kind of like a rawr, rawr,
Ms. Wong, I have another call. If you can just hang on.
Nice.
Hey, take a look at what these marshals and Dorsey's got on them.
He glances up from looting the corpses.
Those marshals were colleagues of mine. I'm gonna guess you didn't kill them, but you need to put all those valuables back and walk away.
Fat chance. We got guns and ammo now. We don't take orders from marshals no more.
The target.
Taking shelter.
It's a good thing I had my luck up, right? And I think it needs speed. Alright, calm water, do your thing. We're pumped up, we're gonna kick some butt, and you can't hit him. We're just gonna have to wait a turn. I should have probably targeted someone else, but and of course shotguns are not loaded. Did I pick up? No, I think I picked up something else. That works. That also works. So close. I don't think they have explosives, but I better hope they don't have any. Well, you can't do much. We're just gonna have rest and run up and finish him off. She might be better using her actual weapon because it has 4 pen. And she missed. Didn't matter. Wow. Who's closer? Huh. Yeah, no, I think Quan can actually get it done. Maybe. There's a 53% chance. Oh, he got some of his shots down. There's no way because cover. Alright, let's hope I can get a flip of a quarter. Miss. There's no point of shooting that close because it's gonna hit everybody else but the actual guy.
Like this. That's how it's done.
Alright, and combat's completed. Oh, no, because I'm looking at the wrong bodies. More armor, okay. I think no, she is wearing armor. Oh, yeah, we can level up Quan. He has... What do you have first aid? I need to get rid of that, so he's just not running around with first aid, the thing that we don't really need. Oh, yeah, I can't... Oh, it costs 2. Yeah. We're gonna get your awareness up as well, so you can just be more accurate, because accuracy is very important to have. sad, but what? What? Wait, I don't know what this is. Wait, what? Brain jar. What? I don't know what. Wait. What?
Hello? Hello? There's something wrong with my cat's poop!
Hello, Miss Wong. Good to hear your voice.
Did you just give me a hickey?
There's still things that I just never experienced in this game, and just seeing it for like the first time.
City's really humming.
It's great
Sad
to see.
banana.
Just wish they'd.
Welcome to Mary Milk Teeth's Morning After Mart. If you did some things last night that you wish you hadn't, I got you covered. I can clean you up, sober you up, cure your ills, and get you ready to face the new day. Wait a sec. Aren't you the ones who kicked those Dorsey thugs out of the garden? The Rangers, right? Must be something I can get for you.
Yeah, we would like.
Remedies for regret, children. Headache pills, hair of the dog, pills for the pox, pills for the pain, and first aid kits for those of you who might have started something you couldn't finish. All guaranteed to fill you with pep and put a spring in your step. What can I get you?
Hair of the dog.
Remedies
Oh,
for
wait.
regret. Here you go, children. Salvation is at hand.
I'm looking for Boys Light. I think I just need one of these. Because we could get boys. She doesn't have boys, she has Boys Light. Now, why am I buying alcohol for the time is it? I don't even know when I started. So why would I even ask what time it is?
Ew, Troy! Those old people are looking at us?
It's okay, Brandy. I got this. Get lost, you perv douchebags. Before I... Wait a minute. You're old, right? Can you get us some beers? Stupid Mary Milk Teeth won't sell us any. Too young, she says.
Alright, and let's give them some Boys Light.
Ew. Light? Guess it's got alcohol, so whatever.
Oh, yay! Light is my absolute fave.
Get your Colorado Patriot here, hot off the press.
Either of you ever worry about getting hitched to a pillory?
Hell yeah. I've always got a smile for the marshals.
I think we should pull some marshals from Broadmoor. Put them here in downtown. If an enemy gets all the way to Broadmoor, we've got...
I like you already, Rangers. I asked for a favor, and you came through for me. Not only that, but you sent me Isaac Reed and his trader friends, all cuffed up and looking pretty. Seems to me that if somebody commits a
Nice,
crime
we
in
all leveled
Colorado
up.
Springs, they should face Colorado Springs justice. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that.
Yeah,
Some
we
of
got
my
more.
marshals weren't so sure about you. Damn right. It's in all our interest to keep this city safe. Now, before I forget, let me introduce you to Hope Emerson. She heard all about you coming to town and she wants to join up. Ain't that right, Hope?
Pleasure's mine, Rangers. Ran the lockup in a little town called Amity on Colorado's eastern border. Figured I could do the same thing for you at your HQ, assuming you'll be arresting people now and then.
Amity got flattened by the scar collectors a while back, so Hope came west. Been trying to get her to join the marshals ever since, but she keeps turning me down flat. We have some differences when it comes to crime and punishment. But that aside, she's smart, honorable, and should be an asset to your organization.
Great. I'll head over to Ranger headquarters in a bit and start fixing up your brig. I can't think of a better way to serve than to ensure that our justice is fair, even to those who transgressed against it.
So, back to business. Did you find out how the Dorseys got into town? Well, since you already dealt with Isaac, let's concentrate on Brago. I'll never understand why the Patriarch let that rat set up shop here. Been nothing but trouble, so him making a deal with the Dorseys doesn't surprise me in the least. In fact, I had a hunch he might be involved, so I sent my best man over to his nightclub, the Little Vegas, to search for a connection. Haven't heard back from him, though, and I'm a little worried. Say, what if I asked you Rangers to go to Little Vegas and check up on him? And if you happen to find proof that Brago helped the Dorseys while you're there, well, feel free to cuff the bastard and haul him in. Take down Brago for me, and I'll make sure your HQ gets the best equipped armory this side of the Rockies. Guns, ammo, armor, the whole shebang. The marshal I sent to the Little Vegas is named Delgado. Family man and the best inspector I've got. Keep him safe, and I'll owe you another favor. Always a pleasure, Rangers.
Alright, so I'm gonna level up and just end it here. I should also switch gear, so whoever needs it. Like, you could put on... You ain't losing a hat, though. Okay, and the house clean as fuck for you because it's been paying off as of recent. Pretty high in lockpicking. I can... I don't think I'll need first aid for anything serious until later on, but... Then barter. Gonna get your awareness up because be faster if you can take out the enemy rather than just having more skill points to compensate for other things. Oh wait, does it really tell me how much accuracy everybody has at the bottom? Oh, that's inventory. Alright, I have a 101% chance to hit. 97, 90, 60 damn, that's terrible. 100, 116. I don't see it though because Lucia definitely missed her shot last time. I'm gonna stick with trying to get nerd stuff up. I do know we can get a book, so I could literally keep it up at here, which is gonna cost 15 points, now 12 points. But that'll be fine. And then I can go with leadership and then start working on brawling afterwards. I thought everybody would live it up. It's sadly not the case. I actually don't want to touch Wesson because she does need to get respect. Same thing with Quan, so I'm going to waste money on respecting these two, but it's just for the fact of Quan, you're losing first aid just to add to probably sneaky stuff right here. And Wesson, you're going to lose these two to start adding it into armor modding. So I have to actually remember her stats because I wouldn't really want to change much else. Like, your intelligence is high, being at 5. Your awareness is being at a 5, being at a 6. Correction. 2, 3, 6, 1, 4, 5, 2. I have to remember that. I'm probably gonna forget too, and then her stats are gonna be all types of messed up afterwards. But this is a really good stopping point. We got armor. We got a level up for majority of us. Our tank is like a couple hit points off, but she also has a dodge. We have a dog and a mechanical chicken. yeah, I think it's the most different spot to stop off at. And we also have a book that I can give to Calm Waters, but that should be done later. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. And soon there's gonna be options where I'm just gonna ask you guys, hey, I know this is coming up. Should I do this or should I do that? And see what you guys will respond with. And I will see you all next time.